Everybody, welcome back to another Tuesday at the Five Awesome Geeks with your host Kio-chan. It's great to be back on my normal day at a reasonable time. Everything's looking up this week. We're good. We're very good this week. So, for this topic, we are discussing our honorable mentions of anime series. And I didn't want to make this video too long because I did talk quite a bit last week about my top 10. So this week, I'm only going to talk about 5 different series that I can consider to be honorable mentions. So, without wasting any time, let's get right into it. So, coming in at number 5 is the only yaoi series that I'm going to talk about, and that series is Gravitation. Gravitation is and has been one of those go-to yaoi series for me. It was my very first yaoi, and absolutely enjoyed it. I watched it several times over, and it has a little bit of everything. It has some comedy, it has the cuteness of a relationship, it also has some psychological talk. So if you have a trigger for, kind of abusive childhoods and things like that, I'd probably stay a little clear of this one, just because toward the end of the series they do kind of get into that a little bit. So, other than that, it's a really good series. Ariyuki, man, he was one of my crushes for a while. So, Ariyuki is this guy right here with blonde hair, and everyone loves him, everyone loves his work, and he doesn't get love. He just doesn't understand it very well, even though he's a romance writer. He just doesn't get it. And then there's Suichi right there. He is an up-and-coming musician, and he falls in love with Ariyuki, and he's like chasing him throughout the entire series because this guy is like, I don't want anything to do with you, I'm not into that kind of thing, even though he is. He just totally doesn't want any part of it. And that's basically what the whole series is. It's just these two guys coming together to form this relationship, and I absolutely love it. It's a little violent because Ariyuki does have a temper, and it's just fantastic. So, I mean, if you don't have issues with abuse and things like that, pretty good series. I recommend it. I mean, it's a good way to get into the yaoi genre. In my opinion, it's just one of those I really liked. So, that's number 5 on my list. Coming in at number 4 is another one of those classic shonen series, and I really enjoy this one. This one's pretty old, but it's fantastic. Seiyuki. This is the box set of the first series. There was a few of them. There's a few of them. Reload, and there was another one. I don't quite remember the title of that one, but there's like 3 different series. I like the original best out of all of them. I started watching Reload, didn't get to finish it, and I haven't even touched the 3rd one, but absolutely love this series. Again, we're talking about supernatural things. We have demons, and we have other kind of creatures. This is a story that focuses more on the whole travel west with Son Goku and all that, and it's fantastic. It's a long series, but it's really, really well done, and I absolutely love it. So, that's why it is part of my honorable mentions. Coming in at number 3 is a comedy series, and that series is Hetalia. I was slow to join the bandwagon of Hetalia. I was probably one of the last of my friends to get into it, and one day we were all hanging out at Taru-chan's house, and she decided that she was gonna play it for us because she had some of it, and we were just watching it, and I was just dying. It was so funny. It was ridiculous but funny, and it just kept on getting better, and I just said, this is pretty darn good. In this series, all of the countries are characters, and some of it is just so spot on. Like with America is all about America, and we don't know where anything else is on the map, and we like our hamburgers. Yes, we like our hamburgers. So, I mean, it's really fantastic. If you're just looking for something silly, and you like World War II, definitely check out Hetalia. It's awesome. The other two that I'm going to talk about, I do own, I just don't know where the DVDs are. I have such an extensive collection, they could be anywhere. So I'm not going to go rummaging through them, but I'm just going to talk about them briefly. So coming in at number 2, we have Gundam Double. I know this is Britt and Dylan's, like, absolute obsession. Both of them are so obsessed with this series. I love it. It's a really great Gundam series. It's probably one of the best ones out there. My personal favorite is G Gundam, always has been, but Double O is just fantastic. It has a lot of that social commentary that's really important in Gundam. It's just beautiful. I absolutely love it. And the characters are just crazy and awesome, and yes. So if you want to get into Gundam, Double O is probably the best one to go to, in my opinion. It's the best one to go to. But you should check out G Gundam. G Gundam's fun too. I love that one. Just saying. Coming in at number 1 is Ohana, the flower that we saw that day. Is a fantastic piece of work. It is just beautiful. And if you don't cry at any point of that series, you do not have a heart. Because it is so emotional. It's a very emotional story. Basically, it takes place in Japan, obviously, and it revolves around this group of friends who hung out during the summer, and at the end of that get-together, one of the members dies tragically, and afterwards they all split apart. And the whole story basically talks about them coming back together. Not gonna go any more into detail than that because I don't want to spoil everything for you, but it is fantastic. It is probably one of the best shorter series you're ever gonna watch, so I definitely recommend you guys check that one out. So, that is my top 5 honorable mentions. There's a whole bunch of stories that I didn't talk about, but there's a lot of them out there. So, let me know what you think some of your honorable mentions are in the cage below. And let me know if you've seen any of those series and what you thought of them also down there. And we will see Britt tomorrow. Have a great day, guys. Bye!